Hi everybody and welcome to the Vegan Mooncat. Today I'm going to be catching up with Paul from Hench Herbivore to discuss how it's been going on my whole foods vegan diet and exercise plan over the last 4 to 5 weeks to see if it's been going good or if it's been going bad. Hi Paul, you okay?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Yes, not so bad, thanks. Not so bad. Feeling good this month. Couldn't wait to give you the update and let you know how things have been.
Very nice, very nice. So where were we going to start? Have you got your stats there? How has it gone?
Yeah, I've got all the stats in front of me, so we can see where I've got up to. So obviously the starting weight since we started me back on the whole foods and the exercise plan was 328 pounds. I'm not doing any conversions to kilograms, people. I can't do it. I've already gone from stones to pounds to keep it in the realm of what people understand, I think. So we'll be okay. And then on week one, Paul, I lost 3.6 pounds in the first week. So that was really good. The second week, 2.4 pounds. Third week, 2.2 pounds. And then week 4 was another 2 pounds. And then this week, just gone 1.5 pounds. So it's pretty steady, which is a total of 11.7 pounds. So it's going well. That was in the 5 weeks.
Yes. Even on the same amount of calories and the same amount of energy expenditure, we would expect to see a big loss at the beginning and slowly tapering down over the first few weeks. We store glycogen in our muscles, in our liver. Glycogen holds 3 parts water. So, everything being consistent, we would expect that. And 1.5 pounds, weight loss on this last week. And your body weight is still a very, very good loss. And also, your weight training as well. I'm taking it your strength's going up at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely getting a lot stronger.
So you're putting on muscle as well. So it's not that you've lost that much fat. You've actually lost more fat than that because you've
okay.
Muscle. So this is fantastic. What I would say is you can stand to lose up to about 3 pounds at your current body weight, which is no more than 1% of your total body weight. So if you wanted to expedite the process, you could drop out maybe another 500 calories or up the exercise if you wanted to, or a little bit of both. But 1.5 pounds at that body weight is still like 0.5%. And that's very sustainable over the long term. It's very manageable. It's absolutely fine. So, really, well done.
Thanks, Paul. Very well done. I appreciate that. And I think I would like to lose maybe a little bit more. Initially it was obviously 3.6. And even though I am very still happy that it's going the right direction and I lost 1.5, I would prefer it to be a little bit more there at my current size. So what I might do is, like you say, maybe up the exercise a little bit, or maybe decrease my amount of calories per day, or maybe a combination of the both. So I'm not doing a combination of the both.
Have you been consistent with your both your workouts and your nutrition? How's it all been going for you?
Well, with the nutrition, I think that's been absolutely pretty much 100% on point. I've stayed to the whole foods, so that's obviously beans, grains, fruits and vegetables, a few nuts and seeds. I haven't gone overboard with them though, just because I am trying to lose weight, obviously. Some avocados, your chia seeds, flax seeds, and obviously spices. I can't live without spices. So a lot of spices in the food. So I've been saying to that. I have used a little bit of more processed vegan protein sources, such as tempeh and tofu, but that was really just to get a bit more protein in without having to eat such a large amount of food. Because one of the things I have noticed since I've been whole foods is my appetite has dropped. Well, when I say my appetite, I probably mean more cravings for things. Initially, I was craving maybe some of the higher fat, more processed vegan things that I'd been eating over the lockdown, which had obviously caused some weight gain. But when that eased off and I settled into the whole foods, I found that I had no cravings anymore, particularly. I felt satiated a lot more because I was eating a larger amount of food. And I don't know if this is correct. This is how I see it in my mind, is that if I put, say, a piece of junky food in there without really any of the nutrition that the body's requiring, the body goes, oh, he's eating, I'm fine, I've eaten some food, so all good. And then an hour later, I think of it like this: it's looking at me and going, hold on a minute. I didn't want any of the stuff that was in what you just ate. I wanted all these other things. So I'm going to make you hungry again, hoping that you give me the right nutrition this time round.
Yeah. I think there is some truth to that. Yeah, I really do believe that.
Especially if it's the gut microbiome, and you're talking about the gut bacteria. That I don't know if this is a thing, but I imagine that I've got all these trillions of bacteria going, no, give us some more fiber.
Well, you got your good and your bad bacteria, and if you're feeding the bad bacteria, they'll be telling you to eat a load of old junk again.
Yeah.
So the fact that your ones have died off now, you're not getting that message so much. So that's the thing as well. So there's twofold.
I definitely think that could be a thing, and obviously, where there's a certain level of addiction. I mean, when you're talking like, crisps, chips for some other people, and you're talking these highly fatty processed foods from vegan or not vegan, companies have men in white coats designing these things to be as addictive as possible. There's a reason why a certain company has the slogan, once you pop, you can't stop, because they've engineered it to the fact that you can't, because they want you to eat that tube and another one. Whereas nature just wanted to do the right thing by us, so it doesn't really have the same effect.
Mother Nature, she's a lovely lass.
So
you've been consistent with your nutrition and what about your workouts as well? Have you hit all
I think I started off gradually when I went to the gym with the plan that you laid out for me, and I've obviously got that on the channel in the previous community post if anyone wants to check out what Paul's set out for me on there. And I think I started off easy because it's been a while since I've been exercising.
Very wise.
Yeah, but then I got a little bit too cocky, and I thought, I'll whack. I was just, ebbing the weights up, getting a bit more, progression in there, and then I thought, I'll just whack this on when I was doing some upper back exercises and some shoulder exercises, and I did cause myself a little bit of pain in the back, which is being persistent now, which is a lesson to everybody probably that, do take it gradual, don't get ahead of yourself, and really try to build up your strength if you're doing weight training, because the last thing you want is an injury to maybe set yourself back and cause it a bit of difficulty moving forward. I don't think it's painful, but it's not prohibitive. So I've learned my lesson without doing too much harm. So that's good. So I'm back taking it easy, and building things gradually up. And it's going really, really well. And I already feel a lot healthier, a lot fitter. My movement is increasing. I'm able to move around without feeling so sluggish and tired, which is really good.
In terms of your strength gains, so have you got any numbers, like, say, I don't know?
I didn't particularly write any down, for instance, but obviously I'm trying to start off, really light, and go just for more, just build up without trying not to injure myself. So I started off to see where I was at with, say, like a 10, say the dumbbells, for instance, like on 10 kilograms per arm. Just to make sure that when I was doing bicep curls, etc., I wasn't straining myself, because I'm not a natural weight trainer. Maybe I've not done it forever. So I need to be careful. But then now I'm on 15 kilograms per arm.
Okay.
So I've gone up 5 kilograms per arm on the dumbbells for like stuff like curls.
Weight.
So I'm doing well there.
50% stronger in 5 weeks.
The trouble is, I think that you're natural. You've worked at being healthy for so long now that you're just at a performance level that you probably don't see the increases I will.
It is diminishing returns. And what about your fitness? Are you feeling fitter?
100%. Yeah, I definitely feel a lot fitter. I mean, when I used to be walking or anything, I felt quite sluggish and slow. Even just recently, as I say, since lockdown, never mind before then, before I was vegan for, like 4.5 years ago, I was terrible, obviously. But even now, during lockdown, with the lack of activity, I'd noticed I'd really slowed down. But I find everything's speeding up now. I'm moving easier. My back's eased off because I had back pain through sitting on my backside too much.
Are you getting a decrease in your pain as well?
Yeah, definitely. Well,
Nice.
it was sort of a concentrated pain in my lower back, which
Mhm.
was quite harsh, really, and that never went away. And
Yeah.
now, even though it's still there, it's diminished, and it's not really not as noticeable.
Nice.
And I was
It's
getting
not
sort of
holding you.
spasms in the back when making certain movements, or I caught it wrong, which seems to have disappeared as well. So it's all going well.
Nice. Nice, nice. And in terms of like your general day to day, like say just walking around, do you feel like it's just like easier now that you're fitter and
Yeah,
lighter?
it's definitely because obviously
Lovely.
I've only lost the 11.7 pounds, comparatively to what we're discussing.
Yeah.
But even that amount of weight, which I know to some people would be a lot, but to somebody who's used to being 34 stone in the old days, it's like 11.7. But I know it's a good degree of weight. But
Yeah.
I'm noticing everything's just much easier. And to be fair as well, I feel like since I've cleaned up the food I was eating, and I've also obviously moving around a lot more, I find that I'm thinking better. My mind seems clearer. I seem to be
Mm,
able to focus on things a lot more, and I'm just generally feeling more alive, if that's the correct
nice.
terminology for it.
Nice. So it's really getting into your mental well-being as well, is
Mm.
what you're telling me.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think the other thing, and I think this is, maybe I've underplayed this in the past, is I'm sure other people who really want to lose weight, you sort of like resign yourself to the fact that you're feeling a bit grotty, and you resign yourself to the fact that that you're unhappy with yourself a little bit, and you sort
Mm,
of like you think that's okay. You just become used to it, and in your mind, I think it starts to think to itself, "All right, well, this is just how it's going to be," and that is
yeah.
quite a depressing thought that you're never going to improve. And even if you're
Yeah.
not consciously thinking about it, in subconsciously you're thinking, "Yeah, this is it. This is what I am. This is what it's
Yeah.
going to be," and that I think that generally lowers your mood. So when you start moving towards a target, and then you actually see
Mm,
physical changes and changes in the numbers on the scales dropping, you think, "Oh, actually, this isn't how I need to be. I can make myself better. I can move
yeah.
forward." And then that sort of lifts
Lovely.
you because you see the light at the end of the tunnel again,
Yeah.
which got closed off at some point during lockdown,
Yeah.
and that now I can
Oh,
see
that's
it.
fantastic. Well, this is so good to hear. So your mood's improved. And what about like general energy levels?
Yeah, my energy levels are definitely much improved. I just don't feel as worn out as I have done. I just feel like I can do more. I'm not necessarily saying that I'll do what I should do. Like, housework's a bit boring, isn't it?
Amen
but
to that.
but if I wanted to do it, I would have the energy to do it.
You would have the energy. Oh, that's well. Yeah, it sounds like you're doing absolutely fantastic, Mark. And my hat's off to you. I just really, really admire people taking charge of their health destiny. We do have a massive say over things, but it's just being bothered to eat well, to get some movement in of a day, and just to do all the good lifestyle practices. And it sounds like you're really doing it.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely
well done,
working
my
out.
friend. My
Thanks
hat's
very
off to
much,
you.
Paul.
That's
And
11 plus pounds. That's massive. Like
I
fantastic.
do. I think I will try to, maybe increase the activity a little bit more, and maybe drop a few of the calories, a combination of the two but I don't want to do it unsafely. That's the thing. I mean, as
Right.
long as the weight's coming off in the right direction, and I can see progress, and I'm not stationary, then I'm actually pretty good with it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
okay.
The only thing I would watch out for, if you do start to tweak things, if you start to get a little bit dizzy, like lower energy, maybe that's a sign. Oh, maybe not quite as much as. I mean, like I say, you're already doing fantastic. You could possibly stand to do it a little faster if you want to, but
Yeah.
you don't want to do much more, and you can go too far. So I think you're doing bloody great, mate.
That's
Keep
good.
up the good
There
work.
was one thing I wanted to show you, Paul, actually, and I think this was motivational for me, and maybe it would be for other people out there who are maybe even a lot larger, maybe even than I am now, or they're just not, or they're the size, or even a bit smaller than me. But when I was 34 stone, obviously my clothes were a lot bigger, and I pulled something out of the wardrobe before. I kept a couple of the clothing items just to basically as reference to where I
Motivate.
was initially. So this
Mm.
was 4.5 years ago, before I was vegan, and I was at 34 stone. And then somebody today also mentioned it in the comment section on the video about, oh, you should maybe take a look at your old clothes. I thought, yeah, all right, I'll pull them out and have a look. So I thought what I'd do is I'd show you. But when I was testing it to make sure that I could show it you on camera, I didn't realize, but I actually can't get it to fit in the shot because it fills up the screen where I'm sat plus the background. But I'm going to try my best. Okay, so I might go out of shot for a minute while I try and show you. This is my t-shirt before I was vegan and I was 34 stone. So
wow,
as you can see, I have to actually pan it across the screen
mad.
for you to actually see, and it's very long as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that it was possible. I wouldn't have thought that was possible.
It's actually longer.
Yeah.
Than the background and me combined by some considerable margin.
The neck is about twice as wide as your neck is now. You have come a bloody long way, my friend.
I think I can get that round pretty good. Which is insane, really. And I think it's good for anyone who's possibly trying to lose weight and you know, maybe they've lost a bit already to keep the clothing that they were when they were bigger. So and then when you get to your goal weight, just stick it on and see how much more of you much less of you there is then. And I think it's a good motivator and can keep you on track because no one wants to go back to where they were. I know I certainly don't.
Amen. Mark, you are an inspiration. That's all I can say. Well done, brother.
No, thanks. Well, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep posting update. If anyone doesn't know, I post the updates on the community tab, and I also send them to Paul, so he can tell me if I'm being naughty. But I'm not. I'm being good. He's got his eye on me here. And also we're doing these videos. I think monthly, just to give you an idea about how it's gone in that previous month, and if I hit any speed bumps or anything else, which I may do in the future. You know, as you progress with these things, sometimes you might get a little lazy. I'm trying not to, though. I'm trying to keep on track, make these choices for the rest of my life. So hopefully not. So yeah, that's the first. Well, it's a little bit more than the first 4 weeks. It's just a bit over. But yeah, that's how we've gone in the first. How I've gone and how Paul's been keeping me on track in the last month. And we'll see how it goes moving forward.